Okay. Hello, dear friends and subscribers. Michelle is with you again, and today I want to continue our conversation about the T4Trade project. I remind you that this project publicly calls itself an international broker, but in fact, this is not the case at all. This is a common, scam that works without any brokerage license. But I was very interested in how scammers look for their victims, and today I will tell you about this and about their very important accomplice, whose name is AmirLZN. So now let's make a small digression for those of you who are watching my material for the first time. I remind everyone, my name is Michelle and I specialize in creating content dedicated to exposing international criminal projects in the field of trading in financial markets, or as it also called trading. Of course, I also have reviews devoted to professional terms because I believe that improving the professional level of novice traders is certainly an extremely important task. And sometimes I talk about the most large-scale cases of fraud when the amount of losses from the actions of scammers amounted to hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars. But today, as I said earlier, we have a completely different topic to conversation, and as I think, much more interesting. Friends, if you are interested in my reviews, I really ask you to like and forward the link to this video to all your friends and acquaintances. The scammers don't stop for a minute. They are constantly involving more and more people in the project. It is extremely important that information about directions be widely disseminated, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel. And now we continue to talk about the T4Trade scammers and their main supplier of their victims, AmirLZN. Let's go. Okay. Yes. Sorry. So, my friends, I again invite you to go to the central page of the T4Trade portal to once again briefly go through all the signs that this project is a classic fraud in the field of trading in international financial markets. I will tell you this, I have already communicated with several victims from France, so I can definitely say that these scammers have very clearly focused on working with the francophone and for sure English-speaking audience. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is the composition of the services of this scam. Scammers use a standard technique substituting concepts in the minds of traders who come to their portal. They call the type of activity offered to clients trading, although in fact the services have nothing in common with classical trading on the stock exchange. In fact, the only trading instrument available here is called contract for difference in prices, so-called CFDs in the professional environment. This is a tool that has a very high risk of losing a deposit and therefore is not recommended for use by the national financial regulator of France or any other European country. Such a dislike of regulators for CFDs is due to just too high risk for clients to quickly lose all their investments. The second point is the use of huge leverage. Here on the central page is wrote that the leverage level offered to clients can be up to 1 to 1,000. T4Trade presents this information as an advantage, although in fact traders are offered to raise the risk level of trading 1,000 times compared to the basic conditions. I remind you once again, there is nothing here except CFDs. which are an instrument with an increased level of risk, and you are also offered an additional increase in the risk level 1,000 times. Nothing confusing. The third point is the legal address and license of the financial regulator. The broker who is actually an outright scam, and no broker is registered in the Seychelles, and the license from the financial regulator is also issued there, as we were talked at the central page of, at the bottom of the central page of the T4Trade project. But this is a very important point, because for the audience that this project is aimed at, and I remind you that T4Trade is primarily focused on French and English speaking regions. So far, the entire Francophonie and English speaking guys on the world. In fact, the presence of a license from a financial regulator in the Seychelles means the complete absence of any license. That's why I'm telling you, friends, that this project works without a license, which means it is not a broker at all, but the most ordinary scammers. This is what I wanted to remind you with regard to the main points of the T4Trade project itself, and so that the issue is close to you and me once and for all. I will show you the page of the financial regulator of the Seychelles, on the portal of which there is no even a single mention of either the T4Trade project or a license with such a number that is indicated on the scam portal. Let me show you it right now. This is the site of Financial Services Authority of Seychelles. Yeah, this is an official resource. Here we can try to find the name of T4Trade. Just a second, let me try to bang. Yeah, as you can see, no results. There are no results. Or we can try to find the license number. There are also no results. Yeah, but the second point, which personally seems to me even more remarkable, is this. Let's go to the website of the financial regulator of France. That's it, AMF. This is an official resource of Autorité des Marchés Financiers. This is an official financial regulator on the France territory. Here in the on the page related to blacklists of unauthorized companies and websites, you can see that the resource t4trade.com is already included by the 17th of October 2022. It is included in the blacklist of the IMF. As for me, that means that T4Trade is completely and finally known by the financial regulator as a black broker, which is really not a broker but a simple scam. Yep. And now, friends, let me tell you a little about this influencer in commerce, a seller of accurate signals for forex trading, a trading guru as he considers himself. I want to thank you. Here you can see one of the viewers asked me a direct question about why Amir is calling everyone to trade on this particular platform, T4Trade. I'm answering you. Yeah, now we'll talk about a little about who AmirLZN really is. In fact, people like him are not uncommon or on the web at all. This is a man. I don't want to go into the details of who he really is right now. This is the work of Interpol or Gendarmerie, I don't know. So this person is exactly the same fraudster as the T4Trade project. In fact, through social media, he forms a sales funnel for his black broker from which he receives money. Let me show you his photos. Yeah, this guy. Yep, and the most known his social media resource is a Telegram channel who is called AmirLZN Live. You can see that he has already more than 30,000 subscribers. So moreover, the standard mechanism of operation of such scammers boils down to the fact that Amir has his own affiliate link, according to which I assume he controls the number of registered customers, and then he receives a monthly percentage of the amounts of funds that you lost by entrusting your money to a scam. Of course, this is provided that you registered using an affiliate link that Amir will be able to somehow provide to T4Trade, that the client came from him. In general, Amir is a completely typical representative of this kind of touts in fraudulent projects. It does not matter what it will be. It can be a pyramid scam or a black broker or a crypto exchange, a fake crypto exchange for sure, I mean. You will always see the same thing, the attributes of wealth and luxury: skyscrapers, expensive sport cars, tropical islands and mansions. But believe me, it is all lies. It's all untrue, and is done solely to attract the attention of the audience. Yes, and another distinguishing feature of such scammers is that you will never know exactly how, with the use of which technical analysis tool they generate their trading signals. There is no specifics here, only the continuous emotion, like get up and go, it's time to change your life, or if you want to become rich, just become. Okay, let me come back to you, my friends, just a second. Yeah, I'm here. So, I'm sure that those of you who are professional traders are smiling now, listening to everything I tell you. You have seen dozens, if not many, maybe hundreds of such gurus, yeah. But I hope that our newcomers who are interested to listen. But of course, this was only my first look at the connection between AmirLZN and T4Trade. In the near future, I will conduct a more detailed investigation on the activities of this particular baker, who is responsible for the fact that newcomers fall into the networks of professional international criminals. So, wait for my new video about AmirLZN in the near future. Ask your questions and suggestions in the comments to this review. That's all that I have to tell you today. Thanks to everyone who watched this video. Goodbye and ciao.